guys. So first of all, apologise for the throat and for the fact that I'm just basically ahead on a background, which is really kind of weird. But it's 5 o'clock in the morning here, and I want to record a quick video for a friend of mine who's just getting into 3D printing and Fusion 360, and he needs to create a part for his scale Airwolf, which is an RC helicopter, remote control helicopter that he's building. So this is going to be a bit of a demonstration about using Fusion 360 and Prusa Slicer to get what he needs. It's a little bit out there for my channel, and it's really just there. You might be thinking about getting into 3D printing, and maybe this will give you the encouragement to know that you can do it too. So without any further ado, let's get into 360. I'll turn this silly picture off and just copy the screen. Right then, Chris, so you're in Fusion 360 and you're going to create a sketch. I always use this one, personal preference. You can use the others, and indeed if you mess around and choose a different one than this one, it'll actually be the right way up when you come to want to put it on the bed of the slicer without reorientating. But it's all a learning curve, so we'll do this so we can reorientate it on the Prusa Slicer also. So I'm going to click here. Now for those watching who don't know, he's got a pipe coming along in this direction, which he needs to slide into his part, and then he's got a wire tie for activating the guns coming through here, and what he needs to do is create an arc here, so the wire tie follows the arc when it's being pushed by a servo over here. So without further ado, let's go here, and we're going to just create, we're just using arbitrary values here, guys, because we don't know the exact size of the part, and this is a learning curve. And I want Chris to measure everything up and make these bits perfect. So we're going to go for 50, an arbitrary value here. I'm going to slide that up here. We're going to click on this bit now, and the pipe's coming here, and I know it's around about, let's say it's a 10mm pipe. So I need at least 12mm coming down here. So I've got a millimeter on each side of the pipe, which is going to be pushed through here or down here to an end stop here. Now this bit needs to be a curve. I'll just drag that out of the way so we can see it. If I press the line again up here, over here, and we go down here, and let's just say this is going to be 45. So I'm going to type 45 and press enter. Drag this out here so I can, it's out the way. Now we're going to put a little bit of an arbitrary value in here. Let's say we need to raise it out by 5mm. Hit 5, press enter. Drag that out there so we can see what we're doing. Now we need to create an arc here for the wire tie to be pushed around. So let's create here arc, and we'll use a 3-point arc here. We'll put our first cursor here, click, and click here, and then we will make our arc. So let's just say we want it to be slightly offset over here like this. We'll click there and we've got an arc. Now notice I'm going to press the escape key here. Notice how this is a blue line, which means unconstrained. It doesn't know the value of the arc. So I'm going to press the D for dimensions. I'm going to click on this dot here, and I'm going to click on this dot here. I'm going to put a dimension in there, and I'm just going to call it 72. Hit enter. Now notice that we don't really know what this arc should be, because at the moment there's no arc there, and as the wire tie pushes along this, it wants to sometimes go down here and get stuck. So the idea of this part is something to guide the wire tie round, and the Airwolf guns come out down here. So the servo pushes the wire tie down here, which pushes the guns out down into this direction. So that's about right. If I press the escape key to get rid of the dimensions cursor on the screen, I can double click here, and we can just alter that to 70 maybe, and change the orientation of this arc. If we really need to change it completely, we could left click there, hit the delete key, and we could create a new arc. Let's say we put a new arc and we put it down here, and we could make it go maybe down more down this sort of area down here maybe. So it all depends on how you need that arc to be, and that'll be for Chris to play about with. For now though, I'm going to press the key backwards, and we're going to go back into here. And let's call it 72. Let's drag that up here out of the way. Okay, so now we need to get the hole for the pipe. So the best way to do that, I think, would be to finish this sketch here, extrude it up. I'm going to make a mistake here on purpose. I'm going to just make it 7. Press the E key, by the way, to extrude, and you've got the extrusion here. Probably go back and do that again. Did that a little bit fast because, of course, I'm used to it. I clicked in the circle here, right click, extrude, hit 7, enter. I'm going to turn this around here, and I'm going to come to put a new sketch on here. So I'm going to click the sketch, and I'm going to click it here. I want to draw a sketch on there. Now I need to get my 10mm pipe through, so I'm going to put my circle somewhere in the middle, 10mm. Oh dear, didn't quite make that thick enough or tall enough. So I'm going to finish the sketch. I'm going to go back here, right click here, and edit this profile. And I'm just going to alter that to 12. Perfect. Okay, now I need to position this circle in the middle. So I'm going to press my D button for dimensions. I'm not actually, I'm going to edit the sketch first. I'm not in the edit. Edit this second sketch here. Edit. Press the D button. And if I click in the dot there and on the edge, I can go 6. And if I click the dot and this bottom bit here, I can go 6, which puts that right in the bang in the middle. It's gone a black circle. It's been constrained to where it needs to be. Now I can't remember how far that was down there, supposedly, so I'm going to click on the inspection tool here. I'm going to click this line here and click that line there, and it's 50mm. That's great. Click the close. So I know if I can go down, extrude -48, and that means it won't quite come out the bottom. It'll give the something for the bar to slot into. Okay, just thinking about something here is that it's a 10mm bar, so I need to give it a little bit of extra play to get the 10mm bar down. So I'm going to make this 10.2 probably. And again, that's a case of printing and almost trial and error really with that bar. But on my printer, I would probably expect that to be quite a tight fit down there. Finish that sketch. Now I know he wants a hole in the bottom, so let's edit this sketch again for a screw. We'll do that. 2.1 maybe for a 2mm bolt to go down there. We finished the sketch. The sketch disappeared, so I'll open this up here so I can switch the sketch back on, because I need to get this bit here, extrude, and this time it used to go all the way out the back, so 60mm. That's great. So now I've got the hole at the bottom. And turn this sketch off here. That's looking pretty good. Okay, so that's almost what he wants, but I'm thinking that we'd really want some guide holes here, like a guideline to take the wire tie along this edge. So let's think about that. Let's say the wire tie is 5mm, and I know this is 12mm between here, so I want a 3mm thick guideline here and a 3mm thick guideline here. So let's go back to this original sketch here, and edit sketch. Now I'm going to press the O key for offset. I'm going to click on this line, press the O key, offset, and let's say we want that to come out -2mm. I can now click on the line, zoom in, and join that up like this. We're slightly off here, aren't we? So let's fix that. Let's do that. Let's click on here and delete that line. Let's see if we can we could extend that slightly, I think. No, you know what? It's not going to really make much difference in this part, really. Let me think. No, it's not really going to make much difference in this part, so we're actually going to join that back. But on this part, I don't really want it coming off out beyond this edge, so I'm not going to join it to the dot. I'm going to zoom in a bit, and I'm going to click it to about there. There you go. Now it's disappeared. We're going to switch this sketch back on. Now we're going to click here, right click and extrude. We know we can go up to 12. Okay, now bear with me. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to extrude. And 12 minus 3.5 is 8.5, so I'm going to go 8.5. And notice how it cuts now through into that part. Click OK. And now I'm going to right click again, and I'm going to select 3.5. There you go. And now I've got a nice little channel for the wire tie to push around. Got a nice little bit there for the bar. Now let's get rid of that sketch mark there because we don't want that. Okay, let's put that through onto Prusa. So I'm going to click save. I'm going to have to clear some documents down, so I won't bother clicking save because I'm in the personal use license here. So save as mesh. Save as mesh. This is good settings. So we've got STL binary for the printer, medium's fine, millimeters for me here. So click OK. We're just going to call it Chris Airwolf test. Save to my computer, obviously, because I need to put it into the slicer. I can stick it in random stuff. That's fantastic. Open the slicer, process slicer here. Click here. As you can see, I've been playing about, but this is the one I've just done. So put it on the board there. I can move it around. We can see that. Now that's not going to print very well. Frankly, it wants to point upwards. So this is the edge that it needs to print on. So I'm going to click this tool here, and I'm going to click that edge there, and it's going to stand up. Now when I look at it, I think, well, okay, we should really make these corners rounded, which is fine. So we're going to click the part, remove it from the bed, go back into Fusion. Now we know that circle was created by this sketch. So let's edit that sketch. Now we know the size of this was 12. So let's put a 12, and I'm going to do this a bit weird. I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to put 12 here. Okay, and we want to line it up on these edges, so I'm going to use the tangent constraint here. So I'm going to click the tangent constraint. I'm going to click this circle here, and I'm going to say I want you to join that edge to that edge there. Then I'm going to click again the circle here and join that edge there, and that puts it right in the middle of that block. Of course, I could have just lined it up and drawn a circle for 12, but it's all about the learning. We can finish the sketch. We can turn that sketch back on over here with the eye, and I can click here, control down, click here, right click, extrude, take that down at least by 50, and that's made a better edge there. Let's turn the sketch off so it looks better, and that's it. So the bar goes down there, the wire tie moves around this way, no problem. Somewhere to screw in at the bottom, 2mm at the bottom, which is what Chris needs. I do remember that bit. So that looks good. Extract again, save as mesh. Okay. I have to rename it because of course I've not managed to save it. So Chris Wolf temp v2. Click here, put it into the slicer, and remember I need to change this direction. Click here, click on the foot there, no problem. Slice now, down here, and we're going to use 2.47 meters of filament, and it's going to take about 36 minutes to print, which is about okay. So I'll set that going, and I'll add a little clip to see what the part looks like when it comes off the printer. So guys, 1 hour later, we have the part in our hand, and that's really what this video was about. 3D printing and how useful it can be for our sort of hobby where we're tinkering in the shed, say, manufacturing bits of metal and, getting the Dremel out and things. These things are really easy to make, and that was the point of the video, really, to show you that you can use Fusion 360, knock something up really quickly, and print it on a good printer like the Prusa Mark 3S, which is what I'm using here. It's a really good printer, workhorse. In fact, a friend of mine just bought one. I'll be releasing a video later, which is it's done about 100 and something days printing, and we service that and we make it just as good as new as mine, which has only done 7 days of the printing, and we get his working just as well. I'm going to upload a video shortly on that, but for now it's Mother's Day, so time to get ready and go and spoil my mother. She had a bit of a bad time of it in the last few years since we lost my dad, so we're going to go and spoil her, me and my brother. So I'll upload the video later, either later today or maybe tomorrow or something. But great, you guys take care, look after your mothers, bye bye.